My name is Michael Fortenberry, Fortenberry. So the easiest way for you to understand it, I guess, is unemployment. Lots of factors lead to unemployment, but the biggest one is technological automation. Most of you have seen automated kiosks that you feed your money in, you scan your item, and you can leave the store. We have online systems where you can order things online and have them mailed to you, and this takes much less manpower than it does to go into a store. We have cars that can drive themselves. They've been tested already, and that can replace cab drivers and truck drivers and things like that. We have a lot of incredible things that we have and we're not really using yet, but they're going to become cheaper, and as they become cheaper, there'll be no choice but for industries to use these things and lay their people off, because if they don't, then they'll be outcompeted by other businesses that do. If we don't need to pay people to produce things, that reduces the cost of everything that people need. And because machines produce things more quickly and efficiently than people do, that will increase the availability of everything people need. If things are so abundant that we don't need to pay money for them, or they're so cheap that it's impractical to sell them, and we don't need to pay people to do things, then there's no need to have a job, and so money just doesn't make sense anymore. What we advocate as the Zeitgeist Movement is to use that technology to serve people directly. There will be some work, but it'll just be very, it won't be a lot of hours. You know, because machines are doing such a vast percentage of it, it will be, there won't be a lot. It'll be like doing your household chores. You'll do an hour here, an hour there, you know, and it'll be rotated. The tasks will be rotated among everybody. So there won't be a lot to do, but there still will be some work.
And I like this vision. Do you have enough faith in people?
People do as little as possible because we force them to go to school and sit in front of somebody who's standing up there lecturing and take notes, and it's very regimented and is made very boring. And then when they become adults, they're forced to go and work for 8 hours or more every day, and that makes people lazy. That you know, when you're tired from working all day, you go home, you just want to sit in front of the TV or the computer or whatever, and just chill out. And instead of having like reality shows and sports on all the time, maybe have some stories about famous inventors. You know, maybe even science fiction things like Star Wars and Star Trek. You know, things that are gonna foster interest in science and more useful paths. A lot more people would become educated and become helpful to everyone around them. And you would have more interest to go, you know, invent things in medicine if one of your family members is sick, or just in anything that interests you. People have interest. People have intrinsic interest. If you ever talk to a child, they ask their parents all kinds of questions about what are the stars made of, why are the trees that color, you know, they ask questions about everything, and that's the future. Not you know, work and save for years so that you can pay some institution so that you can sit in front of a boring lecturer, you know, writing on a board and take a bunch of notes. Obviously, there's a better way to educate the public, but people who have a lot of power now don't really want people to be educated, because then they'd be more opinionated, and it would be harder to perpetuate a system that serves them, a centralized system where they can charge people for the things. And people say that's conspiracy, but it's really not. Not everything is a conspiracy. It's just a result of the motivations that exist in our current ways, our current traditional ways of doing things. Conspiracies don't control everything, you know. Yeah. It's just the motivational factors that exist in our traditional way of life, yeah, which is not scientific or based on any kind of logic that I can understand.
Right? Yeah.
Somebody please explain it to me.